think I'm live. I'm trying to see. I can see a few of it coming on there now, so I'm just going to wait for Catherine. Oh, lads, my nerves get shot when it comes to lives. Hi, Mare. Oh, look. Hi, Paula. My nerves get shot when it comes to lives, but this is going to be so worth it. Hi, Vicky. I'm going to wait for Catherine there now. Hang on now. I'm trying to see where I even have to. Hang on there now. Invite to join. Hope. Invite Catherine. Right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Please, I hope this works. I'm like, she's here. She's here. Catherine, I know what was going to happen here. I was like, please let me press the right button.
I know. I have the AirPods in. I'm like, can I hear without hearing aids? AirPods.
There'll be no problem.
I feel cool now.
You're gorgeous as always.
How are you? Come here, we're in blue. How do we plan that?
Come here, we couldn't have. I was going to wear pink. I couldn't find something pink because everything is packed away, and I was like, pink is Catherine's colour. Or that's your favourite colour. So I was like, we didn't coordinate this now at all for us both to be in blue. But sure, look,
blue is fine.
Happy
International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. As I said on my stories, no better woman to have on International Women's Day. To have on a live yourself. So there's a few people coming on there now, and I suppose if you can introduce yourself, tell us who you are, tell us what you're about, and we'll start from there.
Okay. Hi, and thanks for having me on, Katie. My name is Catherine. I'm a mum of two teenagers. I'm married to Morris, who I met in senior infants, so we're together forever. I have 4 brothers. I'm an only daughter. That's kind of me, really. Happy-go-lucky kind of girl.
Yes, and I have to tell people that I have only met Catherine for the first time last week, and I feel like I know her all my life. I read the book. I'm slowly getting through the book. My mum bought me the book, and she had said it was, it was going to, the funds were going to Marymount and to the Irish Cancer Society. We knew no more. Anyway, I started reading the book, and I was like, oh my God, this is like sitting down. As I said, I've never met Catherine, and I was reading the book, and you read it like you know your whole life. It feels like you're sitting down having a cup of tea with you. It's a pleasure to read. And I suppose for people that haven't heard of the book, can you tell us about it, about how it came about, and a little bit of your background?
Yeah. Okay, I suppose I say it numerous times. I've unfinished business with cancer. I'm a cancer survivor myself, but my dad had cancer 5 times. He didn't survive his last battle. So on the back of that, I suppose I wanted to do something to pay back, really. When Dad died, he didn't survive long enough for a rare drug that was coming on board. So I suppose that saddened us. I'm a real daddy's girl.
Yes. Yeah.
And always was. And that's when I was putting the book together. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do the backstory of, going from being a daddy's little girl and the apple of his eye to being mom of the house, because my mom left home when I was 16. Yeah. So the roles changed, and our relationship changed and got better and better. And then through circumstance, obviously, through illness, and I was his next of kin, then that, I suppose, changed the dynamics of our relationship as well. Yeah. So when Dad died in 2017, he died on World Cancer Day. I had lots of complications myself. I had 10 surgeries over 10 years, lots of different things between hearing loss and and all the rest of it. So I kind of said, if I had 12 months where I didn't have any organs taken out or any new consultants taken on board, I would do something. So it was never going to be climb a mountain for me or anything sporty.
Yes. So you did the next best thing.
Yeah, well, I was always kind of doodling kind of coping strategies for myself and little things to kind of keep me going. And I was always writing down things that I'd kind of worked out or found out or discovered. And then one day my husband said to me, why don't you, share that. And I was kind of going, oh Jesus,
Yeah.
you know, who's
Yes.
this one, you know, writing a book about her coping strategy? She's not a psychologist, she's not a
Yes.
counselor, she's just
Yeah.
like a moon Tory, you know. So then I kind of got over myself and I said, you know what, I'll just try it and see where it takes me. Now I got the biggest fright of my life when I realized the work involved in writing a book and the cost involved. So I kind of stopped thinking about it for about an hour, and then I got back up again and kind of listened to my own advice and did a bit of research, and I joined a publishing course with Heather Shields Publishing in the North. So that was on Zoom, which was great.
In between it all, now you're working full time and have 2 teenagers.
So I'm doing the course and I'm literally like writing as I'm doing the course. So it's like as I'm learning, you know, as I'm learning, I'm doing at the same time. And that was, it was great, you know. I mean, I'm finished the course tomorrow is my last day. So
brilliant. Yes.
That's another thing to kind of tick off, because it is difficult. Like, while it's all positive and it's going in the right direction, it's incredibly busy, because you're marketing this, you're the social media for it, you're the PR, I presume, for you're
everything.
the accountant.
You're every part of it. And I suppose for people that don't know, like, it's a self-published book, and it's, as you said before, like, when people hear of self-published book, they think it's, you know, a thing on A4 sheets clipped together. Like, it's not at all. Like, the book is incredible, like, but like, even looking, but like, it's like, you did it all yourself, and then all the proceeds are going to Marymount and to the Irish Cancer Society. And I mean, you're all things to all people when it comes to that side of things. And we spoke about that.
I had a lot of support. I did have a lot, and I think it's about networking as well, and just doing something I'm not used to doing, which is asking for help. And that lovely book cover came from the guys that did the VHI ad, actually. So
we must mention that as well. We must mention that as well.
I can't take credit for the cover. They did all that.
But you'll probably recognise Catherine from the VHI ad. Like, I bought the book for somebody the other day, and they were like, I recognise that girl. And I was like, that's Catherine. She was on the VHI ad with the beautiful pink dress that you say she was. What was I always remember it. It was I'm a real hugger. That was the I always remember that. And your beautiful
that didn't work too well now in COVID for me,
but that's I suppose people will know you from that as well. But it's when you read the book, it just becomes, it's like, you knew, like, it's the way you've it written. It's like sitting down, hearing someone's story, having a chat. But that's a huge thing that needs to be emphasized as well, is that, like, it's going to charity. It's going to the 2 charities.
And that's just I suppose because Dad didn't have that drug in time, I suppose I wanted to raise funds for cancer research so somebody else doesn't go through what we went through. And because we didn't want to lose him. I mean, he was phenomenal, a huge part of my life.
Of course.
My AirPods on.
The AirPods.
My ears aren't used to
the AirPods. It's like, the book is, I suppose it's different as well, because it's essay form. You have 16 essays, stories, and I suppose you can open the book and land on any of them. You actually don't have to start from the start. You can actually land on any of them and start, which is, it's just an amazing thing. And I wanted to show as well, like, on the end of your each chapter, you included the thought-provoking pages, which is fantastic. And I can't show you the start, because I've been starting to write my thought-provoking, and I've dog ears and everything on it. But I suppose, like, the book itself, it's far, even though you're speaking about your dad and, you know, all your coping mechanisms throughout life, all the things you've learned, as, you know, looking after your brothers as a family, when you went to the UK to go to college, and then coming over and back to your dad, like, the different chapters, it's not just for, it's for everybody, and everybody is going to be touched by this book in different ways.
Well, it's very universel, and when I was writing it, I mean, the last thing I wanted to be is patronizing or annoying in the book, and I keep saying to everyone that when people message me now and say, oh, this part resonated with me, or this really, it ticked boxes for me,